I randomly was laying on the couch, having a little conversation with myself. Call me crazy, whatever. But it's something I do sometimes, okay? When you live alone, sometimes, yes, you do have conversations with yourself, okay? It's normal. It's normal. At least it's what I say to myself to make myself feel better. But anyway, so I was randomly sitting on, like laying on the couch. I was resting my eyes for like supposed to be 10 minutes, but it turned out being like 45 minutes of me resting my eyes. And I just had like a random thought. Like I was just thinking about like love and relationships. I am a massive, massive hopeless romantic. And I just was randomly thinking about like love and relationships. And I recently got back into reading. And I don't know, randomly, like I just finished this book. It is called Something in My Heart, and it is by Kimberly Brown and Maya. Two authors collaborated on this Be Love Presents novel. I was thinking about why so many relationships these days fail. I thought about this book. So I have been reading a lot lately. Reading is one of the ways that I show myself love. Reading is one of the ways that I care for myself. So what way to share a part of that than to share some of what I read with you guys and share how it's impacted my life and how reading has just like really made me think more open and be less narrow-minded about certain things, right? This novel here is called Something in My Heart. The main two characters are named Hendrix and Halani. Beautiful, beautiful name. And it's about kind of, I don't want to give away the details, y'all, but I have to give some details so y'all can kind of understand like the lesson that I'm going to bring up in the novel. And Hendrix, he is the man, right? He basically comes in and he saves the day for Halani. She was dating his brother, Onyx, in the book. And Onyx was just honestly a straight up asshole. And he did not see Halani's worth. He doesn't see Halani's worth until she leaves him, she's done with him, and he sees like, damn, this girl really is not trying to let me back into her life. Then he sees her worth. But when she was trying to just communicate with him, talk to him about how she felt, he didn't want to hear that shit. Like, he just was like, I don't want to hear it. You need to get over it. You need to work through your feelings by yourself. After you've worked through your feelings, then we can have a conversation. He was that type of guy, versus Hendrix was the type of guy in this book where he just knew how to love. He just knew how to love properly. And so as I was laying on the couch, I was thinking about love and relationships as far as why so many of them fail. Because y'all, we know the millennial generation, and is it Gen Z, I believe? We don't really know how to love. I feel like, the marriages failing as much as they are, it shows them how many relationships and broken homes there are, like failed relationships and the amount of broken homes there are in our communities. And it just really shows like a lot of us just don't know how to love properly. And so getting to the lesson here, because this segment, I'm not gonna make these videos long, y'all. I'm gonna be straight to the point. But as I was thinking about that, I thought about this book because there's a part in the book where Hendrix and Halani, their relationship is really good, okay? One evening they're together, like their relationship is just going really great. One evening they're together and he just asks her, am I doing what I need to do to make you happy? Am I being the man that you need me to be? Am I doing enough? Is there anything more that you need from me? Is there something else that I should be doing to love you the way that you deserve to be loved? And I was so confused when I read that part because I'm like, well, their relationship is going great. Why is he asking her this? Like, I don't understand. I can see if they were having at the time, I was like, I can see if they're having some issues, then he may bring up like, well, am I not doing what you need? You know what I'm saying? But he asked her that in a very good point in their relationship. And it made me really think, you guys, I feel like a lot of relationships fail because we only start talking really talking when shit is going downhill, when things are hard. That's a lot of times when people start really wanting to have those conversations. And those conversations of basically checking in with each other. Am I doing what you need? Is there more you need from me? Those conversations usually don't happen until something negative has happened in the relationship, until the relationship isn't doing as well as, it once was. I'm trying to get the lighting, y'all. I'm trying to get the lighting. And so I feel, just reading from this book, it really gave me another level of clarity into love and relationships. And it really made me think, like, I think that is why a lot of relationships are failing. Yes, I feel this book really brought up to me a lot of reason why relationships fail, once again, is because we don't talk when things are good. We don't have those check-in conversations when things are good. It's almost as if something has to prompt that to happen. And I feel like if when things are really going great in a relationship, when we're at the best in our relationships, I feel like we should still be having those conversations of checking in with each other and seeing, is there more that I can do to love you properly? Or even honestly, y'all, just asking each other, when you are in a relationship, is there more that you need from me? Is there something I'm not giving you that you feel maybe I'm not aware of, and you can give me that awareness so that I can be the best that I can be for you, and vice versa. And having and being willing to have those conversations. I feel like so many people are just afraid to talk about that when they are together, because they are afraid, oh, what if that person does need more from me? And what if I'm just not in a place where I can give them that more? And then that leads into a possible difficult conversation, and you're like, well, damn, my relationship's going great. I don't want to do nothing to negatively affect it, right? But sometimes we need to, because we can save so much of our time with the wrong person if we do find these things out earlier, if we do have those conversations regularly, so that we are on the same page when we are in relationships. Because at the end of the day, for me at least, a relationship is about that goal of, marriage. A relationship to me is about that goal of, if marriage is not your thing, long-term partnership, or having a family, or, completing goals and dreams together. And you want to make sure you have that right person to do those things with. You don't want to find out 5 years later, after you've invested so much of yourself, right, that damn, this person was never gonna be able to love me properly, or going through 5 years or 10 years together not being loved properly or in the right way, because that person was never able to meet what you really needed. But if you don't express what you really need, how can that person really know if they think things are going great? This book, once again, y'all, I'm putting y'all on. And this is going to hold me accountable to keep reading too. Making these videos is going to help me to keep my reading streak, right? Call Something in My Heart. Yes, there's a fingerprint on it, y'all, but it's okay. Yeah. And I'm going to drop the link in the bio too, so y'all can go run up and buy this book, because I don't think there's a physical, if you have a Kindle or if you read on your phone or whatever, I think they even have an audiobook of it too. I don't do audiobooks right now, but one day I will. I just wanted to share a little bit of a lesson I learned from one of the most recent novels I just finished. It was so great, y'all. At the end, I cried like a baby. It was just that good. Because it really showed me, a lot of us were missing out on being loved properly, and it's showing by relationships failing constantly, marriages ending in divorce constantly. It's showing in the amount of broken homes, especially in the Black community, that has been taking place, you know what I mean? And I feel like we need to talk about it more. Like, we need to get to the root of problems more, instead of being scared to talk about it, instead of being scared of the other person not reacting the way you wanted them to react. Like, shit, that's a damn sign that maybe that person is not the one. If we're more willing when we are in relationships, or even before you get into a relationship, to have these conversations and to really check in with each other, like, are we really on the same page? Things feel good right now, but are we going to be able to make this work long term? And the only way to find that out is to talk about it. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, drop some book recommendations below. I'm open to reading just about anything, just about anything, y'all. And I'm gonna come back to y'all with some more of these, just me reading a novel and coming back and giving y'all some lessons that I learned from reading these novels, because they're great novels. Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined to do so. Your girl would very much appreciate it. She would. All right, y'all. See you in the next one.